So, welcome to day 2 of Christy's weight loss journey. As you can see, I'm in my car because I didn't get up early enough this morning to do my video before we had to leave for our homeschool co-op. The girls are in class. So, when I decided to start this, I didn't plan or think about what I was going to do, really. I just sort of jumped in. So, yesterday I just gave you my weight in like a whole number. I said 290, but I think I'm going to start doing it in tenths because I know if we're following someone's journey or their struggle or what they're going to be battling in their head about, if you have a digital scale, you're going to pay attention to the tenths. So yesterday my weight was 290.8. Today it's 290 even, 290.0 on my digital scale. So I wanted to tell a story about last night. Yesterday in general, I did pretty good with my sort of eating plan that I've decided to follow. But last night, because of choices that I made earlier in the day, I was not even thinking about dinner and ended up eating, it was like 9:30 p.m. and I hadn't cooked dinner. My family sort of gave up and had cereal, and in my head I was already preparing to, like, okay, when I do the video tomorrow, I'm just gonna say, you know, I gave in for dinner and I had Honey Nut Cheerios, you know, which you should not be eating. And yes, I know they shouldn't really even be in the house, but it was a special request, so I gave in. So I literally was already planning to fail. But then I kind of went in the kitchen and I had been, believe it or not, I had actually been thawing out meat. Like, normally that's a problem for me. Like, with dinner, I have a hard time because I always forget to thaw out the meat. And, anyway, there are people that I know who have this, like, internal dinner clock. And somewhere around 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon, they're like, oh, I should be preparing for dinner. You know, like, maybe I should chop some vegetables. Maybe I should, set this on the counter to thaw or whatever. There's like this thing, this little tick mark that goes off in their brain that says we should think about that. I don't have one of those, or if I do, it's broken. So normally it's, 7, 8 o'clock and I'm like, oh, right, we all have to eat. Duh, what am I going to do? I don't know. Everything's frozen. I have nothing. Anyway, that's my MO, which I am going to endeavor to change. But I got part of it right yesterday because I was thawing the food. And so I got up and went in the kitchen and realized that I had forgotten about the thawing stuff on the counter. And I was just like, now I have to cook it, because if I don't cook it right now, I can't put it back in the refrigerator and it'll be bad and then we'll all die. So, anyway, I went ahead and started cooking. And I thought, well, I'll just cook this thing that's thawing and put it away for later and I'll still have my cereal. But as I finished cooking it and it was smelling good, and then, I got my vegetables out and I went ahead and I cooked those, and I ended up actually eating what I had said I was going to eat for dinner, which is a victory for me. And I know it should not been yes, it's not good that I was eating at 10 o'clock at night, but I can't have everything perfect, especially at the beginning. So one victory of not eating cereal, I consider that a victory, because I still would have been eating the cereal at 10 o'clock at night. So, and going to bed hungry also would not have been good either for me, because that's also a thing I tend to do, is just not eat. So anyway, that's my victory for today, and I'm glad to share it with you, even though I'm a little late. So I will see you tomorrow. Thanks.